Today I'm going to build a configuration of default routing. Let us take two routers and two switches and six pieces. Okay, coming to the routers, I can take any router, and each router has some specific configurations and ports. And if I take any of the routers present here, I have to check whether it has inbuilt ports, or if doesn't have any inbuilt ports, then I can um, just add the ports by switching off the uh, power button of router. Now I am going with 2811 router. I'm taking one router and I'm taking the other router, and let us take all the uh, devices which we require for building the default routing. After that we can configure according to our need. And I'm taking the switch. I can take any switch, but I'm taking this, and I will take two pieces. Now to connect them, we have to know that we can't connect the devices unless it has some specific ports. Even before attaching all the devices, let us check whether they have all the ports, especially the routers. Here you see the ports are vacant. So these are the specific ports that we can add here according to our need. And to add them, we have to switch off the power of router. And I'm going with VIC 1T and VIC 2T. I can take anything. I can take this also. I can take this also. It's according to my need, my requirement. Okay. After inserting the ports, then we have to switch on it and just leave it. And here also same thing. Switch on. And it has vacant ports. You can connect this number of connections, about 26. And I'm taking this DC. I'm taking this copper straight. I'm giving it to fast Ethernet, all the computers should be connected to the switch, and switch is to be connected to the router. Router and the network to switch, and from switch to all the PCs. The basic building of the architecture has completed. Now we have to give some set of IPs and some set of IPs to them, and this will be one network, and this will be one network, and this will be one network. I'm going with 198, sorry, 192.168 point what should I take? I will go with 10 and 0. So from this interface to the all these PCs, the network will be 192.168.10.0, and I will go with here I will go with 192.168 dot what I'm taking 50 dot 0. So from this interface to all these pieces, the network will be 192.168.50.0. And here I will go with 192.168.30.1. Here this interface is 30.1, and here the interface of this router will be 192.168.30.2. So combinedly, from this interface to this interface, the network will be 192.168.30.0. Okay, and now I will configurations. For giving the configuration, we have to go to CLA. Here we have to type here we can see that would you like to enter the initial configuration dialog, as it is not required, so we have to give no. Now we have to enable the router, and now we have to configure the router. Configure the terminal of the router. T for terminal. Now it says that enter configuration commands, one per line. Now we can write the configuration commands in configure mode. So for configuration, before that we can change the router name also. as per our requirement. I'm going to change it as R1. Here we can see the router name is changed to R1. Now I will take the interface of this router. Uh, this is the interface FA, Fast Ethernet 0 by 0 is the interface. Okay, I'm giving interface Fast Ethernet FA 0 by 0. Enter. Now it entered into configure interface mode, and now I will give the IP address from FA 0 by 0 to switch. Now the IP address will be, as this network is 10.10.0, I will give 192.168.10.1, sorry, 10.1, and here we have to give the subnet mask of the particular IP address. Okay, what will be subnet mask? Subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0, as it is a class C IP address. Okay, after giving the subnet mask, we have to click on enter, and now we have to make that the connection here should be given access. So we have to enter no shutdown. See, the line protocol on interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 change state to up. So as we can find, before that we can see red lights here, sorry, red marks here. Now as the connection is made up, then it is communicating with the router. Okay, the connection has established here. Okay, after that we have another interface which is in contact with this router, that is SC 0 by 0 by 0. So interface SC 0 by 0 by 0, enter, and now the IP address of that interface should be, as we noted here, 192.168.30.1, and the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. And for establishing the connection, no shutdown. Okay, as the other end of the uh, router is also in contact with this, we cannot see the establishment. After setting the establishment here, we can find connection visible. Okay, now exit, and coming to this router, same thing, enable configure terminal. Now interface of router Let us change the router name first. And this will be the router 2 now. And the interface is FA 0 by 0. Interface FA 0 by 0, IP address 50 network this one. So IP address 192.168.50.1 and subnet mask dot 0. And for the establishment, no SH, no shutdown. See, now the connection is established here. Coming to the next interface of that same router, SC interface, SC 0 IP address 192.168.30.2 and subnet mask will be no SH. Now you can, after giving no shutdown here, we can observe that the establishment of this router to router communication works. See, enter. See, now the red dots are turned into green as an indication of the connection is happening now. Okay, exit. Now before giving the syntax of default routing, let us give the IP addresses of the PCs. To give the IP addresses to PCs, we have to go to the desktop and set IP configuration. Here in the IP address, as this entire network is 192.168.10.0, we have already given 10.1 here, so we can give according to our need. I'm giving 192.168.10.2. The subnet mask will be automatically given, and the default gateway will be this one, 10.1, 192.168.10.1. 10.3. 10 dot any number. I can, it's according to my requirement. I can give 9 also. I can give 12 also. I can give 5. I can give 6. Anything. I'm going with 8. But all these PCs gateways should be 10.1. Now going to this network, 50.2, 50.1. The gateway. The gateway should be 50.1 because 50.1 is here. 50. My which 9. But default gateway should be same for all the PCs. Dot 11, and default gateway should be same. Now we have given IP addresses of the all the PCs, and before that, let us make a note of these IP addresses because it will make some sense. I'm pinging is 10.2. It is .3 and it is .8. And the .2, .9, .11, .2, .9, .11. Okay, and now giving the for default routing, the syntax will be IP route 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 space 0 dot 0 dot 0, and here we have to take the destination IP. This network should configure to this network. So destination IP will be 192.168.30.2. Enter. Configured from console to console. Now, and the same thing for here. IP route 0.0.0, 0.0.0, and the destination IP should be this one, 192.168.30.1. Enter. Next. Now let us test from this PC to that network's PC. To ping, you have to go to command prompt. Before going, let us check the IP address of this particular PC. To check the IP address, you have to give the command as ipconfig, enter. So this PC has given 192.168.10.3 and its subnet mask is 255.255.255.0 and its default gateway is 192.168.10.1. Okay, let us ping 192.160 sorry 192.168.50.11 from this particular PC. Okay, ping the PC. We have to enter ping space IP address of the PC 192.168.50.11. Enter. For the first time, the first replay will be request timeout, and we can see that after that we can have 3 packets. For the second time, we will get 4 packets received without any loss. Without even one loss, we will get all the packets. Let us see that. See, 1, 2, 3. Here we can see that packets sent 4, received 4, lost is 0. Okay, let us ping 50.9 192. Ping 192.168.50.9. As we are pinging for the first time, we lost 1 packet. Let us ping now again. Now see, there is no loss. 4 packets are sent and 4 packets are received. Okay, let us ping from this network. I'm going to this. See, ping. I will ping this last PC in this network 192.168.10.8. And again 0 loss. So the PCs from one network to another network are communicating through default routing. The two routers here are configured with default routing. Mainly, the purpose of default routing is it is configured for unknown destinations and also end locations. Uh, to see the IP route, you have to give To see the routing, we have to give show IP route. Here we can see that S star is default routing, and 192.168.10.0 is directly connected to fast Ethernet 0, and here the default routing is via 30.2. So this network we can find the same thing from this router also. Show IP route. See, S star is default routing, and it is via 192.168.30.1. That is this network. We can also find some in an interesting manner by sending packets. We can find it here. If I send a packet from dot 11 50.11 to 10.3, the result is successful. And if I send a packet from 192.168.50.2 to 10.8, the result is successful. Now I have sent, I want packet from this source to this destination, that is 50.11 to 10.8. The packet is going from this PC to this switch, and router to this router, and this router to switch, and to this PC. Now the PC is transferring the packet, and it is going in the same path, and if it reaches to the same source, then it will be successful. We can find success here. Yes, it has arrived, so it is successful. This is about the default routing. Thank you.